Act 4, Silly Objections to Mutability. Okay, so we come to the final act of today's episode. I want us to consider some very common objections against divine mutability, against the claim that God changes. So here's the first objection, and I hear this one all the time, not just online, not just on like the dumpster fire that is Twitter. I also hear this objection in academic settings. Call this the creature objection to divine mutability. The objection goes like this. Look, Ryan, you believe that God can change. Well, that's not God. That's a human. That's a creature. By asserting divine change, you've dethroned God from the status of the creator. You've made him a creature. You have made him an idol. That's the creature objection to divine mutability. Some of you are thinking, like, come on, isn't that a straw man? Can't you, like, steel man this argument? Man, I wish I could give more nuance to this argument, but I have never found any version with any nuance. Every version of this argument that I know of, every one that I've come across, it's nothing but a string of wild assertions. I think it should be easy to see just how wild these assertions are. So let's look again at what divine mutability is saying. So people like me, I'm going to say that God can change. God can change. I know it sounds dangerous. I know, it's really dangerous to affirm biblical statements like that. But yeah, I think God can change. I say that God is a necessarily existent, immaterial being with attributes like omnipotence, omniscience, perfect moral goodness, and perfect freedom. I also say that the eternal God created the universe out of absolutely nothing. Is this God a human? I don't know about you, but I don't know any humans who are necessarily existent beings who create universes out of absolutely nothing. I mean, do you know any humans that fit that description? Think about it this way. I am saying that the eternal God changes when he creates the universe. God changes from not doing anything to doing something. God changes from being all alone to existing with a bunch of cosmic stuff. Does that kind of change somehow magically make God a creature? And if you think that God changing when he freely creates a universe somehow makes God a creature, then I should think that you have a very poor understanding of what a creature is. I mean, typically a creature is not the sort of thing that makes all of contingent reality come into existence. There's a lesson to be learned from this. When people consistently push silly objections like this, they give us a reason to not listen to them anymore. Such bad arguments demonstrate that these people lack intellectual credibility. So I want to issue a challenge. When you come across someone who keeps pushing bad arguments like these, like just consistently pushes bad arguments like this, I challenge you to stop listening to them and instead give your attention to more credible sources.